Eye n'Ensoko TV oboroso bw'umugusi.
Omurigereria bw'Ensoko TV nkokwani kuranda onsi asore aso mubaso obono ritwerigaria 25 na gatatu aso mutienyi gatatu mwaka wechilifu Ibere 25 na rimo nokugena kwani muna kwagenderero bya aseri tkorigima nabo yonogendere tukubwatie meroberi onsi Ensoko TV kuro Chinsa 12 cheke mambia wekeraboni gachiaragire Chinsa Isano nebere chiabono mubaso ngokwarigania asama ya senchira yobwenge burabase kibaito bayariganirie erikwene kibnankwe manyore alia agendere tokorekana ya etire nabo igo ayara chikubwatie aseri tukeriga ali Juma Most sanga sobwa mwetera senchira yomutandao wekerera Facebook nabo sense media ya YouTube Ensoko TV reteriane Ishmael Mogere. Asomu chakarumo basobono abakenya chimilioni 30 nigo bagendera tekonyoro bokoreri obwikirani bwo bachenu gwetera umurubiri bwo bachenu oyomanyekaine bunasha korengana nokwenekiwa kwenekiwe ne wizara yobochenu korengana no waziri bwo bachenu adendwale engaki yogosiari umurubiri oguchigutumekwa aso kwenekyo bokoreri bwa Kenya National Public Health Institute nigo aenekiribuna inse ya serikali eyokoragwa na Daktari William Samuel Ruto nigo bachenu bwarongeire korenganiwa ne serikali chiaitire.
Through the Social Health Authority, I am very proud to say this morning that over 30,162,207 Kenyans are gaining financial protection and access to care under the Social Health Authority. So 30 million plus have registered as members of SHA. From merely about 7 million former NHIF. This is a program that, because I have been around, I was showing the two PSs a picture of mine as a politician I took in 2007. Somebody sent me last night, so I had to tweet, because I remembered where I was in 2007. And it is happening because there's a big function of one of our oldest parties taking place today. So I was trying to remember the colleagues there now who are jostling for power, for positions. That at that time, our late Prime Minister was the party leader. The current president was the deputy party leader. A very man I have a lot of respect for in our country, the governor of Kisumu, Professor Nyang' Nyong'o, was the Secretary General, and another man I have a lot of respect for. He has retired now. He served in government many, many years as a minister. Henry Kosgei was a chairman. But I said, strangely, I was somewhere there. I was a vice chair of the chairman. So why am I saying this? In all those years, all presidents tried to implement universal health coverage, but they faced headwinds. President Uhuru Kenyatta, who I have served with, tried the pilot counties of Kisumu, Machakos, Isiolo, and I think Nyeri. And he faced serious head-on until he dropped the ball. But he required a very bold leader and a very bold leadership. For those of you who read the history of Singapore, you know, going to Singapore, people think it's just a joke. You need to read the history of Singapore, and you need to read and watch the videos of a man called Lee Kuan Yew.
Togotigara soba chenu county ya Garissa nigo ya kiregetambo kerekerene magega yugo chakyo murubirio urachigo tumeko kuruwa bakora libo chenu gukia sebari bamenyete no bare mabugo taigwa gose emetino aso murubirio chakiwe nigo oso murubirio yo chakyo wekerero nigo gwetere kyombe gya Science Media Kenya nigo barachigo tumeko omurubirio orase esimi yakoboko omanyekene buna assist all mobile application eriko manyigwa mange weterase ebimanyererio byogo kwana.
Surely it's a very important program that we're going to assist many, because it sounds very well. when you say inclusion, means it cuts across to everybody, especially the deaf, who are mishandled, particularly at the Department of Health. The deaf, they don't understand the language. Some of them, they don't hear. But this sign language will going to help them assist, we're going to assist them very much. For now, as healthcare workers who have been trained, we have now the background. We can at least assist someone now currently. Like for me, for example, if I now go to a certain hospital now, I can now assist someone who is deaf. For the trainings, it was very much, it was 2 days virtual and 1 day physical training. For the virtual training, we have really learned a lot.
Glad that we are here in Garissa County doing two basic things. We're doing, number one is a digital literacy program that we are doing with the deaf community, which is the demand side to understand the importance of being literate and being able to use the digital platforms to make their lives better. And number two, we are training the healthcare providers on disability management, a program that has been going on for the last years. Today we're culminating in the launch of Sign Interpreters mobile application Assistol that will help them to communicate with the deaf patients when they go to their hospitals and the health facilities. One of the things we've realized is that a sign language interpreter plays a crucial role in the life of a deaf person, aiding in effective communication, service delivery, and service acquisition. And when that interface is disjointed, then there is a problem, because the healthcare providers have been having medical services to the deaf patients because of lack of communication. And this has led to three things. Number one is misdiagnosis, because you cannot get proper information. The other issue has been as a prescription not being followed to the latter because of lack of good communication. And the other thing is no-shows. No-show by the deaf to follow up in medical services when they have been, it's one that is going to take some time. So we are trying to cure that by enabling inclusivity in healthcare provision, whereby they are now going to feel part and parcel of the system, whereby they know that the health services they are receiving is inclusive, the healthcare providers are talking to them, they are comfortable, and they are able to exchange this information freely.
Asense moyende mu waziri w'oburendi bw'ime Kipchumba Murkomen nigaye nikiribune serikali nigere no muroberi bwo chikutinyo oburendi ase bungana na bunge ya senate nabo igo chibunge che county chonse ya 45 na Ibere. Murkomen asenkwane aye kure county ya Machako zenga kiyo ko igorege karokia gatatu kia national sergeant at arms nigo iribuna nigo ba sergeant at arms be county baguche kubwateraniwa nebyombe by'oburendi erikorwa ose eriko chikonyora amayegerio asugotinya obokoreri bwabo.
I know that because also of the level of threats that we face now, we have a very, unfortunately, as I said earlier, the social media, presence of technology, currently there's a lot of disinformation and misinformation and fake news that is really highly spread across the country. Sometimes, unfortunately, targeting assemblies, county assemblies, and the National Assembly and the Senate. And this misinformation may be about a bill that is not there, and they say it's in Parliament. Sometimes it's about a legislative proposal that is not there, a fake legislative proposal. Or there might be a legislative proposal, but it is subject to debate and approval by the Assembly or the Parliament. I think that, and as a result, you have a very agitated population that now quickly gets mobilized in social media to invade Parliament. And the clerk of the National Assembly captured well the threats that assemblies, parliaments have faced all over the world. Our lowest moment as a republic, at least having watched what has happened in Parliament, even before I became a member of Parliament, I remember even the 1998 scenario of opposition wanting to impeach President Moi, and there were chaos and all that. But Parliament has never been breached in the way Parliament was invaded on 25th of June 2024. I think that is the lowest moment in our republic. I feel very sad that sometimes it is glorified that, oh, it was, people were expressing their democratic right and so forth. I say it and I repeat here, that was in any functional democracy all over the world, that was an act of terrorism and an act of terror. To invade an institution that is supposed to be the institution that brings the country together, the place for debating interests of the nation, and for it to be defiled in the way National Assembly and the Senate was defiled on 25th of June 2024, the events of that day will go down in history as the most shameful period of our as a nation so far. And therefore, nobody should, I hear some of the members of parliament were urging protesters to come in, to go and sit in parliament, and I really felt very sad for most of you, because you not only needed to protect members of parliament, but you also needed to protect yourselves.
Arenayo ensi ya Kenya nigegendere tuguchengero gochoro ku Ambassador Monica Juma guchikobo mo Director General wa ofisi ya United Nations ase ensi ya Vietnam na boigo mu Executive Director o United Nations asa mangana ya mariogo nubokebago ase nkwani aya musele mudavari nigate birogo chorwa okwo nigo kwenekiri okumanyekana gwensi ya Kenya ase nchirerengi yaso bwamatine chinse chinde chingaki Monica Juma na erago kere ogochorwa okwo.
Kenya recognizes and appreciates that the mandate of the United Nations Office at Vienna and United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime are central to the collective efforts to promote justice, uphold the rule of law, and strengthen international cooperation. The challenges are continuously evolving, but we are confident that these institutions will benefit from Ambassador Juma's leadership. I also take this moment to express our gratitude to Mrs. Gada Faith Wale of Egypt for her dedicated service and leadership at the helm of the United Nations Office at Vienna and United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, as well as to Mr. John Brandolino for his stewardship during the interim period. Ambassador Juma will be privileged to build on their successes.
Following the announcement of my appointment by the Secretary General of the United Nations on the 6th of March, I have received many messages of congratulations and goodwill from across the world. I take this early opportunity to express my heartfelt gratitude for the confidence expressed in my ability to take up the designate roles of Executive Director, UNODC, and Director General of UNOV. And I thank you all for your best wishes. It is also my hope that I can count on your continued support as I undertake the mandate of my office. Ladies and gentlemen, as I prepare to take up my assignment, I am both joyful and nostalgic. Joyful because an opportunity to contribute to the UN's efforts to resolve the global drug menace and its pull on criminal enterprise is in an effort to achieve the aspirations of a better world, of a better humanity. But nostalgic also because when one is no longer a sapling and therefore less adventurous, being torn from home kindles a tinge of melancholy. Mine is real tonight.
Asense moyende county ya Machakos nigo yariganira amaegerio gukia abanyagitari bokubara erio kobaya ose erio kobaegeria iguru yo botumeki wenchira yakerero asokwena no bokoreri bwabo abwase baegeri iguru yo botumeki wechimashini asenyagitari ya Machakos refaro amaegeria yo gakoragwa na Justice Kasivu nigaerere buna ekenekyo kera chigukinia ebirengo byo bubweni mono okobarwa ase county ya Machakos.
For me, on behalf of Our Excellency Governor Wavinya Ndeti and the people of Machakos, I want to thank Professor Jani and the team of Operating Theatre Practitioners Association of Kenya for choosing Machakos to hold this conference. This conference will go a long way in benefiting our officers and also benefiting our patients who have been told have turned in large numbers to benefit from this 2 days conference, whereby surgeons will be doing live operations here in Machakos Level 5. 2 weeks ago, Our Excellency was here to receive a laparoscopic tower, which was donated by the associations. And this again will go a long way in improving service in Machakos Referral Hospital. As Professor has said, the benefits of this equipment are huge because we are told now, unlike previously where we were doing traditional cutting of the abdomen, this will only involve putting equipment through 2 small holes, and we are told cases of infections are very minimal. We are also told the patients will be spending very few days, probably 2 to 3 days in the wards in the hospital, unlike in the past where patients were spending more than 10 days in the hospitals. So patients will be able to go home and continue with their daily activities. So thank you very much, Professor, on behalf of Our Excellency for this, and officially we've opened the conference on behalf of Our Excellency. Na tunashukuru sana. As Our Excellency committed here 2 weeks ago when you are handing over the machines to her, we are going to ensure the program is a success. And this is through ensuring that all the consumables, all the items which are required to be used by the machines are availed in good time. We are also going to avail the data required so that we can do reviews and ensure that the program is successful. So again, Prof and your team, asante sana, we are so grateful, and we even look forward for more collaborations. Here in Machakos, we are very ready. Asante.
Laparoscopy keyhole surgery or minimal invasive surgery. In surgery, we do not make big incisions. We make small holes, introduce a camera into the abdomen, and then do the procedure with long instruments, which are like choppers. The advantage of laparoscopy is that there is minimal pain, early return to work, hardly any infections, and the patients have very few scars. For endoscopy, therapeutic you can stop the bleeding that occurs when somebody vomits blood. You can stent the person if he can't swallow and he has a stricture.
Muraiwense Dr. William Samuel Ruto asetaro ya ime county ya Kiambu nigo airaniriye abamiriri baye abo atebere batabwati umurubiri gose kerenga kende gionsi kigo kigoskense ya Kenya guchibosio chinga kimobunga bwensemo ya Juja George Koimbori nere atebere buna onganyire kurwa senseme kwa mere serikali nigo bona guchikondera kubwatana no Muraiwense Dr. William Samuel Ruto.
Kuna watu wamekuwa wakizurura sijui kwa kanisa, wanaenda kwa mazishi, wanaenda kwa barabara, ati wananitukana. Wametukana mimi miaka 2. Wametukana mimi mwaka 2. Wanasema mimi ni muuaji. Wanasema ni muizi. Wanasema sijafanya chochote. Mimi nataka niwaulize, kati yangu mimi na wale, wezi ni nani? Wezi ni nani? Si wale watu ni wezi? Shamba ya Ruaraka nani aliiba ya watoto wa shule ya Ruaraka? Si ni wao ndio wameiba ya wananchi wetu? Shamba ya siko hapa Yata nani ameiba? So nyinyi msiongee kitu hamjui. Mimi nitawazamisha asubuhi na mapema. Mkienda hiyo barabara nitawazamisha asubuhi na mapema. Wale jamaa kazi yao ni kunitukana, kuniita majina. Nimewaambia si tutafute sera. Nyinyi mseme yenu, mimi niseme yangu. Wakasema hawataki sera, hawana mpango, hawana agenda. Wanasema ati agenda yao ni Ruto must go. Sasa mimi nataka niwaambie, hiyo story mutajipata.
Your Excellency, tunakutolea kofia. Sababu ile ahadi ambayo ulituahidi, tumeanza kuona mazao after mimi kutangatanga na huko nje na wale watu ambao hawana agenda, hawana sheria, hawana adabu. Kazi yao ni kupora hao wananchi, Your Excellency. Na mimi ninasema tushikilie president wetu William Samoei Arap Ruto, na ni sababu ya maendeleo. Mimi nilisema nirudi kwako, Your Excellency, nirudi kwa serikali ndio tuweze kuleta maendeleo kwa hao wananchi. Your Excellency, hao watu wameteseka muda mrefu. Your Excellency, hawakuwa na maji. Wakati uliingia, ile maji ya Darugo ya Karemeno, saa hii watu wa Wetevye wanapata hiyo maji, Your Excellency. Kwa hivyo mimi nikasema nitaungana na maendeleo. Sitaki siasa ambayo ni ya matusi, siasa ambayo ni ya watu hawana agenda, siasa ya watu ambao hawana presidential candidate.
na gwikiraga buno twikira mweri wa Amayia Chinsa Chinsa Isano na Ibere chabona mabaso ensa mune Chinsa sato chabuto Clinton ndige na chiko ya retera ase obwagare buna basike bayitwagendera tuko yariganya aseri tukori magendera kubati mirobire ndi atikere aseri tukori mawekari tukori ya Jumatatu eritriane Ishmael Mogere. I don't have much, man.
Eye Nensoko TV Oboroso Bumugusi
Chigosori inegatibo bundi obwo bwanchire na gotono mono nsengima nabono nigona yira mabarato asena gakoba kingo